Hello everyone, my name is Yuing. The article today is This is My Story Latinx Learner Create Digital Stories During the Summer Literacy Camp. The focus of this article is on how digital storytelling or DST can be used as a creative, multimodal literacy practice to support Latinx English language learner or else. What's interesting here is that DST is more than just a fun project. It helps students use English in authentic, personal ways, while also reflecting on their cultural identities. The study took place during a summer literacy camp and looked at how DST promotes not just language skills, but also family and cultural connections. Now, what technologies were explored? The main ones was iMovie software, chosen for its ease of use and accessibility for students of different ages. The student also combined the digital resources like stock photography, music, and audio recording. They also use multimodal creation. That means combining the text, audio, images, music, and student-drawn illustration. The study was guided by three main questions. The first one is, can DST workshops serve as creative spaces that encourage else language use? The second one is, can DST foster else multimodal communicative competence? The third one is, can DST engage parents during a summer literacy camp for Latinx students? These questions really tie together the social, cultural, and academic goals of the project. So, who were the students in this project? There were 9 Latinx students aged 7 to 13. They all came from Spanish-speaking homes. Most of them were born in the United States, but a couple have moved from Mexico. All of them had received ESOL service at school, and their English proficiency ranged from early production to intermediate. This diversity gave the project a rich mix of voice and stories. Let's look at how the study was actually carried out. The workshop took place during an 8-week summer literacy program in a Midwestern community organization. Students met twice a week on Wednesday for the DST workshop and Sundays for the other literacy activities. The activities were carefully structured, and it will look like this. Week 1, viewing a sample digital story, discussing family and cultural themes. From week 2 to week 5, students were writing first, second, and third draft with peers and mentor feedback. Week 6, learning iMovie basics, recording audio narration. Week 7, students were drawing images and searching for photos online. Week 8, students were adding music and finalizing the videos. The week 9, they were hosting a final premiere for families. This process was so much more than just writing. It was about students becoming an author, directors, and even cultural ambassadors. To understand how the workshop impacts students, the researchers gathered data in a few ways. They interviewed students in focus group and individually. They took detailed observation and field notes, and they analyzed the actual digital artifact that students created, like their draft, illustration, and their final videos. This comprehensive approach helped them see not just what students produced, but how they grew throughout the project. So what did they find? First, DST workshop provide a safe, supportive space for students to share their personal and family stories in English. The students practice writing, speaking, and listening in authentic ways, like narrating their own stories. The students also learn to blend different media like text, images, music, and drawings, which is called multimodal communicative competence. Students also thought deeply about their cultural identities. One student, Beatrice, even shared how her mom defended at her school when students teased at her accent, and how that made her feel so proud and loved. Finally, parents were really engaged during the final showcase. Many expressed surprise and pride, seeing their kids using English and self reflection. This is how DST isn't just about language, it's about identity, confidence, and community. After reading this article, I found it's really interesting how DST balanced personal expression with language learning. It wasn't just about grammar or vocabulary, it was about meaning and relevance. Students weren't just practice English in the textbook, they were using English to tell a real story from their real life, making learning so much more powerful. There's one question I had after reading it was how could this DST workshop be adapted for a larger traditional classroom during the regular school year? In a typical classroom, teachers might have less time for one-on-one mentoring. It would be interesting to think about how to still create a safe, creative space within a more structured environment. How do you guys think? Thank you for listening.